right here in beautiful Birmingham. After what seems like an eternity, it's fantastic to be back and watching live mixed martial arts. I'm John Prentice, delighted to be joined today on the commentary desk by Adam Newsom. Adam, it's going to be a great one, isn't it?
I'm excited. As you said, John, it's been a long time coming. Through COVID, through the lockdown, there's been a lot of tough times for people, but you know, for the MMA fans, this is definitely something that you can sit back, enjoy, and just be thankful that close to the end.
Absolutely. And our first fight of the night, we've got a very fired up Lukasz Ksionek thumping the mat as he enters the cage. He looks fired up, he looks focused, he's in the zone, he looks like he's been looking forward to this one. Show of respect.
This is your first bout of the evening. Introducing the first short fight in the red corner, representing his team, Lukasz
Huge war once again as Marouan Garred's name is announced. Just on first viewing here, Lukasz looks the bigger guy between the two.
He definitely does. Definitely looks the more physical man. But then that might also mean that Garred might be the quicker mover, faster to the punch. So we'll see what happens when both fighters meet into the middle. And we're off. Garred starts with a nice inside low kick. Lukasz returns.
Big right hand there, he comes steamrolling in for the takedown.
He used a lot of forward momentum then to get that takedown, pushing Garred against the cage. He's in side control now, he's trying to hop into mount.
Yeah, and he looks like he's sliced his way through into the mount straight away. A very dangerous position here, but a beautiful scramble by Garred.
That was a great reversal from Garred that's worked back into his feet. As Lukasz is looking to get the fight back down to the mat, trying to grab hold of that high crotch, single leg takedown.
But again, Garred is trying to fight it.
Yeah, Lukasz has ended up on top in guard, in full guard. I think you might just see things calm down just a little bit here. It was a very hectic start to this fight.
Yeah, definitely. Nice head position there from Lukasz, just to control the posture. Marouan Garred.
I think Lukasz has stepped over into side control, sorry, half guard now, excuse me. and he's looking to go to work, maybe posture up and land some ground and pound. He's got to be careful though, because Garred looks like his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is slick. He's got a couple of reversals already. He seems to be able to find his way out of these tough scenarios, and he's going for it there.
Yeah, looking for a little bit of a butterfly guard there, using those legs to elevate, but he's found himself in side control now, which is not a great position, but obviously amateur rules, so we can't drop those elbows on him, which is always a bonus.
Yeah, definitely. And that was a good counter transition as well from Lukasz. You know, Garred got back to guard and Lukasz used that momentum, spun back round to his right and got into side control.
Yeah, he puts the knee on belly and straight into the mountain. Straight away, he's hammering down the ground and pound.
But again, once again, Garred gets out of that tough position. And we're back on the feet. A good body kick from Garred. And I think it's very evident here, John, where Lukasz wants this fight to be.
Yeah, you can see that he wants to get this to the mat as much as possible. Beautiful trip there.
Great inside trip into side control from Lukasz. And you mentioned it at the start as well, John. Lukasz looks like the more physical fighter, and I think that's definitely showing in this fight.
Yeah, it's when you get on these top positions, it's very difficult when you've got a big guy on top of you to shift their weight. The crowd are cheering on Garred to get out of this position here, but I think he's just in a bit of a defensive position at the moment.
I think what you've got to understand as well, Garrett's done a really good job of getting out of these positions, but these positions that he's been escaping from, John, are explosions, and that does eat at the gas tank and the cardio.
He was looking for the straight armbar there for Lukasz, but Garred was wise to it. Just 10 seconds left in his round. Obviously 3-minute rounds for the amateur guys here, and they don't half fly by.
Absolutely, and that was a great round. I think that for the opening fight, the opening round of this event, I think it's done absolute justice. Lukasz comes out aggressive, he's looking for the wrestling, he's looking to take Garred down, and Garrett's defensive jiu-jitsu has definitely helped him out there, because there was a couple of positions where Garred was on his back in mount, and he used those technical explosions, we'll call them, to get himself out of those bad positions and back up to his feet.
Yeah, definitely. Lukasz will probably, his corner team will probably be telling him now that if he gets into that position again in the mount, don't go too wild, because it was those wild punches and that ground and pound that really lost in that position and allowed Garred to get the reversal. Maybe just calm it down a little bit when you get into that mountain and look to pick your shots a little bit better. But we've seen a clear game plan here from Lukasz to get this fight to the mat,
100%.
get a dominant position and ground and pound.
I agree, and something that the corner must be telling Garred is to use his angles and exit out. Don't let that forward pressure just back him up to the cage, because that allows Lukasz to then shoot in against the cage. What Garrett's got to do is he's got to angle and exit, which makes sure he can consistently get back to the centre of the cage, and that's going to give him the best chance of keeping this fight vertical.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the energy levels are like for both of these guys now coming out in the second round. As you say, a very explosive round for both guys. Both want to exchange that leg kick. Garred goes up high. Wild shots there from Lukasz, who closes the distance up against the fence and working that body lock.
Yeah, it didn't take him long, did it, to close the distance and get the takedown back into side control as well.
We've just got time for not quite sure what. Not quite sure what the stoppage is for here.
No, I didn't see.
We've got the corner two coming in. I think it's the too much water on him here. I mean, just looking at these two guys, there could be easily be a weight class between the two of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Lukasz is huge. Straight out with that big low outside leg kick.
And again, another flurry from Lukasz into a double leg chain to a single. He's looking for that high crotch. He's probably going to try and come back round. There we go with a takedown.
Just turns the corner, and good job by Garred there, just to use the elevation with the leg to get back to a on the knees position, but he realises that he's going to be compromised there, so he drops back into the full guard.
Yeah, Garred's really tricky to keep down and settled on the mat. Every single time Lukasz takes him down or looks to pass a position, the explosions from bottom from Garred are really nice to see.
Yeah, we just saw him raise that left leg, Garred, a minute ago there, maybe looking to try and set up a submission, but he's got the closed guard now, and pretty defensive position, just trying to maintain posture so that Lukasz can't land that big ground and pound that he's looking for.
Yeah, and with Garred's head against the cage, so close against the cage, it's going to be really tricky to try and throw the legs up and look for a triangle or an arm.
Yeah, he wants to watch this left arm, this right arm here of Lukasz. That Garred was potentially looking for a triangle or something there, but he's pulled it free and he's continuing to use that head pressure, as I mentioned earlier, which is really, it's like having a third arm pressing down on the head of your opponent to stop them being able to move their head out of the way.
Yeah, you can see Garred there just trying to get some separation, but he's too high up on the cage here with his shoulders, with him resting on his elbows. He's not going to be able to throw up any sort of submissions in this position. Yeah,
referee's asking for some work here. Got the butterfly guard. Garred might try to look for a sweep here, elevate Lukasz and push off the hips.
Now
looking for a triangle there.
Yeah, now we can throw the legs up for the submissions. Now they're out in space.
Well defended by Lukasz there.
Yeah, I think Lukasz recognised that Garred was trying to pin his Lukasz's right arm on his chest to throw the submissions up. Got out of that comfortably.
We haven't seen much ground and pound.
The referee's just stomped them back up now.
Yeah, I was going to say we haven't seen much action from Lukasz on top. Just more controlling the position. Lands a nice kick and then straight away back into that body lock.
You can see the takedowns are getting a little bit tougher for Lukasz though. Although saying that, he just completes another one with another nice inside trip from a body lock.
Yeah, he's got a clear game plan of throw a couple of strikes and then come bull rushing in, get that body lock, work it to the mat.
We're in short time now.
See what we can do from there.
And that's the end of round two. Again, another good round. I don't think it was quite as explosive as the first round, John, but you've got to consider that a lot of energy was expended in that first round. Nevertheless, though, I do think that was a dominant round from Lukasz. He got the takedowns he needed, he got the top control time he needed. And credit where credit's due to Garred. You know, Garred wasn't ready to settle on his back, he wasn't ready to give up any bad positions. You know, he was ready to explode and use that defensive Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But when you look at it from an overall perspective, John, in this round, Lukasz definitely did a solid, put in a solid performance in that second round of his wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. You'd have to think now that Marouan Garred's corner team would be telling him that we've got to go all out for the finish in round three. I mean, we're not judges, but it's been two pretty dominant rounds for Lukasz on top. He's been the one landing the takedowns. He landed some good ground and pound in round one and got into some dangerous positions. He's the one that's landing the strikes on the feet before the transition into the wrestling and the grappling exchanges. You'd think that the Marouan Garred, if he's got the energy in the tank, he's going to come out firing in this third round.
Yeah, I agree. I do think he has to get a finish here. It's all or nothing for him because, like I say, if this fight does go to the judges' scorecards, you have to imagine that Lukasz is 2 rounds up at this moment.
Yeah, definitely. We've just seen Lukasz get wiped down again. It's a very warm day today. There's no surprise that they're pouring that cold water over him. But
and we enter into round 3. Both fighters starting steady. A nice opening low kick from Garred.
Yeah, lovely. And just feints another one there before deciding against it.
Oh,
beautiful.
Good head kick.
Just used that jab as a bit of a distractor and then threw up the head kick.
Lukasz looks like he's slowed down a little bit here, John. This might be an opportunity for Garred really to push forward.
Yeah, he lands a big jab there, and you can see that he's confident and he's got the energy going into this third round.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be long though before Lukasz level changes into a takedown, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, he comes stinging back with that right hand. I like that from Garred. The inside to the inside low kick and to the head kick.
And I mentioned this earlier, John. Garred needs this distance management. He needs the distance to control the fight. And if you look, that's exactly what's happening right now. He's controlling the range. He's got distance. He's allowed to throw his kicks. And he's really putting pressure on Lukasz.
Yeah, lovely little shot there. He landed the jab and then the hook, and another jab lands, and Lukasz wisely closes the distance. That is where he's had success in this fight.
And then he secures another takedown into what's looking like it's going to be a half guard, but we've got the right butterfly from Garred against the cage.
Yeah, this is clever from Lukasz. He was getting caught on the feet. He's had success when they've hit the mat in the first 2 rounds. So he wisely closes the distance, takes it to the mat, and just stacking up Garred a little bit here. Going to look to land some ground and pound. He will probably be happy here just to do enough to stop the ref from standing them up.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good move from Lukasz as well, because like you say, he was getting hit with probably more shots than what he would have liked, and like I say, got the takedown. Not too much is happening in this position right now. I can't see the referee's face, but I'd assume that he's going to be warning them that he needs more action.
Garred's thrown up the legs there, looking for a triangle here. They're very slippy though late into round 3. It's going to be very difficult to lock up something like an armbar or a triangle choke in this position with the amount that these two guys are sweating.
Yeah, looking over at Lukasz's corner, they're happy with what they're seeing here. They're delighted he got out of that submission attempt, and I think they know that he just needs to ride this position out, and he should, in theory, John, have the win in the bag.
Yeah, you'd think so. I mean, the ref's still calling for work. The corner team are kind of questioning the ref, but Lukasz isn't really throwing too much. He's just doing enough to stop the ref from standing them up while just controlling the position. I'd like to see Garred try and scooch his back up against the fence and try and get back to his feet, work an underhook.
But we're in short time now. The
yeah,
clock's
10
just
seconds
gone
left.
for 10
He's going to struggle to get any offense off now. Lukasz is going to be happy to see out the final round on top. Great first fight.
It's been like you say, John, it's been a great first fight. We had a good stylistic matchup there with a wrestler clearly versus a kickboxer wanting to get the long kicks going on the feet. Ultimately, the wrestler did get his game plan going earlier and more frequently throughout the fight.
Yeah, Lukasz walking around the cage with arms aloft. He's confident he's done enough. His supporters over to the right feel that he's done enough. Garred's fans are pretty quiet now. I mean, I think barring anything crazy, I think we're going to see quite a comfortable decision for Lukasz.
We can hear the chants for Lukasz, and we'll pass you over to the MC to reveal the judges' scorecards. So we'll pass you over to Chris Benson. And as we expected, a win for Lukasz Ksionek, who looks like he may have just got his purple belt as well, if that's correct. And congratulations to Lukasz. And congratulations for the win as well. It was a well-earned fight, John, because in that third round, you know, he was getting hit with some strikes from Garred. So a well-earned victory for Lukasz. And Lukasz will be passed over into the back by Chris and Steve.
New purple belt, the Cobra, Lukasz Ksionek. Lukasz, some amazing grappling there. Was there anything that Marouan threw at you that you were surprised about?
Yes, I'm so surprised. Thank you. I spent a lot of heart for that preparing to this fight. So I'm very happy. Also, I would like to say I love my babcia. I gonna say my language.
Yep.
Babciu, kocham cię.
Grandmother.
Yes, it's my grandmother. Babciu, Heniu, kocham cię. That's it.
No problem, Lukasz. Man, he loves his grandma, he loves fighting. I saw you were calling for a title shot there. Do you want the title?
Yes, I want a title shot in 70 light division. Lightweight is mine.
You might be looking at the new lightweight king here. Lukasz, thank you very much. We're going to see the Cobra coming up soon.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Great to see you, Lukasz. Have a great time and party.